Hello, my name's Tim. Today we have the ultimate love story, Romeo and Juliet. You may already know what fate awaits these star-crossed lovers, but it never gets old. We begin in Fair Verona, where two families, the Montagues and the Capulets, are crossing swords in the street. They have always hated each other, and Escalus, Prince of Verona, has had enough. He declares a death sentence on anyone who disturbs the peace again. Prince Escalus's friend Paris wants to marry Juliet, a Capulet, but her father tells him she is too young. He likes Paris and invites him to a masked ball so Juliet can get to know him. Meanwhile, Romeo, a Montague, sits cross-legged under a sycamore tree, moping about his unrequited love with Rosalyn. When his cousin Benvolio crosses paths with him, Benvolio suggests they crash the Capulets' masked ball. Romeo can find another girl there. Romeo, Benvolio, and their friend Mercutio arrive in masks, so they won't be identified. Unfortunately, Juliet's cousin Tybalt recognizes Romeo's voice. It didn't cross his mind to disguise that too. Tybalt is cross that the Montagues have crashed the party and almost attacks them. Romeo sees Juliet and crosses the room to meet her. It is love at first sight. After a brief conversation, they kiss. When she leaves, Romeo is shocked to discover that she is a Capulet and therefore a sworn enemy. Juliet hears Romeo is a Montague and is similarly upset. Romeo knows their families are a problem, but decides to cross that bridge when he comes to it. He sees Juliet at her window calling his name to the night air and questioning why family names should matter. After all, a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. They declare their love for each other. The next morning, Romeo finds Friar Lawrence, who agrees he will marry them in secret. Romeo sends Juliet a message and she sets off immediately. Benvolio and Mercutio run into Tybalt, who thinks Romeo crossed a line by crashing the ball, and challenges him to a duel. Romeo arrives, fresh from his wedding, and unwilling to fight his new cousin-in-law. Mercutio is outraged by this vile submission. Romeo tries to calm him down, but they are talking at cross purposes, and Mercutio starts fighting Tybalt himself. Romeo flings himself between them, but Tybalt stabs Mercutio. Dying, Mercutio calls out, "A plague on both your houses." Mercutio's death is Romeo's cross to bear. When Tybalt returns, Romeo slays him in revenge. Prince Escalus hears of it and banishes Romeo from Verona forever. That night, Romeo sneaks through Juliet's window and they consummate their marriage. Next morning, they bid a tearful farewell, and Romeo flees Verona. Juliet's father decides that she must marry Paris immediately. She asks for help from Friar Lawrence, who gives her a potion that will make her appear to be dead. She must drink it the night before the wedding, while he gets a message to Romeo. When she is laid in the family tomb, they will collect her and escape together. Disaster. Friar Lawrence's message never reaches Romeo, so he gets his wires crossed, hearing only that Juliet is dead. He cannot imagine living without her, so buys some poison and heads to her tomb to die by her side. Paris is there. In his misery, Romeo thinks Paris has somehow crossed him and kills him before entering the tomb, drinking the poison, and dying. Juliet awakens and sees what Romeo has done. Grief-stricken, she kisses his poisoned lips and thrusts his sword into her chest. The prince, Montagues, and Capulets arrive. Seeing this disaster, they agree to make peace with each other at last. It's a tragic end to one of the greatest romances in the English language. I hope it doesn't put you off falling in love, and that you'll join me here again for another classic story. Goodbye.